top. It's going to be an interesting start.
So a pair of former players from St. Anthony's down in New Jersey, both won state championships with that squad, along with Javaris Hayes and also Jaleel Lord. And the opening tip goes here to the Knights, and they will start up on offense. And Jenkins will pass along here to Malone Key. Hayes in on him. Quickly down to the foul line for Bishop. Low block pass, fumbled out of bounds by Elijah Williams, and a turnover here early for Fairleigh Dickinson. So how are you going to attack the zone, try and get it down low, but got to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, they got the ball down low pretty easily there, but good rotation by the Warriors, creating a lot of chaos down low.
Now Merrimack will get its first crack at offense. Watkins, who started all 21 games here this season as a sophomore. For Hayes, nice backdoor cut by Jensen. Will not go, though. A little too hard off the glass. And here comes Fairleigh Dickinson.
All right, there you just get a little taste of the vision by Javaris Hayes, best guard in the country as right now.
So it's Brandon Powell. He started now the last 7. Last game for him, 13 points, 8 rebounds. Continuing a string of 5 straight games with double-digit scoring, as now Jenkins able to get himself free in the lane. Pass down and the block back to Jenkins off the deflection, and the floater is good.
Well, we talked about Joel Jenkins a little bit in the pregame. He's their number 1 player. Anytime he's got a chance to shoot the ball, he's going to take it.
Again, averaging about 15.5 points per game as Watkins outside for Jensen. He wastes no time. That's too strong off the back iron. And it's Jenkins transitioning now for the Knights. Powell picks up the dribble. A little too high. Good catch there by Bishop. Now down low. Big block by Lord. As Elijah Williams lobbies for the foul that will not come. Pass outside for Joyner. He'll take it. Good straight away. First points of the game, and it gives the Warriors a 3-2 lead.
Well, just Joyner, not your typical center. Kind of becoming the type of center that this game needs now. Able to stretch the floor. Knocks down a wide open 3.
Shooting 56% from the field today, 4th in the conference, as that goes off the rim there for the Knights. Rebound to Hayes. Early going in the first quarter is Hayes on the drive. Bounce pass to Jensen. Fouled on the play. And he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, in Fairleigh Dickinson, you got to pick up Hayes right away. Powell caught backpedaling. If you take a look, just splits the D, finds Jensen. Good hard foul there.
Foul will be called against Caleb Bishop. So Jensen is over 2 from the field here today. Will get his first crack with some free throws. Jensen's shooting 88% from the free throw line, but he misses his first one. Now checking the game, it'll be Mark Datica, the redshirt freshman, after missing all of last season with an injury. Had career best, 13 points in just 12 minutes. The game not too long ago against St. Francis. So able to put some buckets in a hurry. As a second free throw good there for Jensen. And it's 4-2 Merrimack. Datica had to go off his fingertips out of bounds. So the second pass there from Bishop, a little too hard for the man down in the post. And the second turnover here for the Knights.
Hey, take a look at it here. They're getting the ball to the high post with ease. And they have the man wide open down low for a good post, but 2 bad passes, unable to handle it.
Watkins will bounce this one over to Lord. Backdoor cut there for Watkins. Takes a moment to collect. Hayes now will reset. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Try to force that into traffic. Picked off here, and here comes Jenkins. Jenkins stops the foul line to Datica. He is fouled by Lord, and it'll go. So Datica ended the game. Good take to the basket. Too much contact there from Lord. And so a chance to make it end 1 here for the Knights.
Well, good job by Jenkins. Realizing he doesn't have any numbers. Stops right at the elbow. Knows he's got a trailer, big man trailer. Just dumps it right off to him. Easy end 1 there for Datica. Fairleigh Dickinson's going to have the size advantage in this matchup tonight. So it's going to be key for the Warriors to get body on them right away and not allow them to have second chance points.
Datica completes the 3-point play, and the Knights are back in front by 1. Jensen, nice take, and to Joyner into the paint, and he'll fingertip that in. Joyner with 5 points here early, and it's back in front by 1 here for Merrimack. Powell, long distance. Too hard on that one. Watkins gobbles it up. Again, another turnover here by the Warriors. Jenkins going end-to-end. Too hard off the back iron. Goes right to Bishop. Layup won't go. Tip in now. And none will go there for Fairleigh Dickinson as Hayes pushes the pace. Watkins three-pointer. Well off, but a nice offensive board there by Lord.
We talked about the rebound. It was going to be big for the Warriors.
Now Lord will let loose. That rattles in and out.
And we talked about the guards, how they do rebound. And Watkins and Hayes back-to-back rebounds defensively.
Has not been a great shooting first 4 minutes here for either side. The Knights 2 for 8. The Warriors 2 for 6. As Powell gets double-teamed at the top of the key. Flips to Bishop, trying to go backdoor. Jensen read it and intercepted.
Well, both teams are playing with a lot of pace here. You see Hayes slowing it down, realizing that going a little too fast.
Hayes with 2 turnovers here in the opening minutes of this first quarter. Merrimack ahead 6-5. Now Hayes accepts a double team. Jensen over to Joyner now into the corner for Lord. Wide open 3 will circle in and out.
Tremendous ball movement. You see Fairleigh Dickinson's going to double Javaris Hayes off of the screen, which is going to leave someone wide open. Great movement there by Joyner. Hayes Lord unable to hit.
It was a double, but not a very hard double team there. Pretty easily broken there by Hayes. And looks like a travel, the call here on Bishop. It's been a sloppy first half so far, but Merrimack just ahead, 6-5 over Fairleigh Dickinson. We'll step aside. You're watching on NEC Front Row. 85-89, he still holds the single game record for assists in a game with 22.
It's a record that's probably going to last a long time. It's incredible to think about the assists. I mean, it's hard to even get 5 to 10, but 22 is incredible. And when a guy like Javaris Hayes doesn't break the record in 4 years, I think that record might stay for a lot longer.
Now in the game here, Jordan Minor for the Warriors, and he's able to play that off of Datica out of bounds after an almost turnover. Of course, Sorrento, assistant under the longtime head coach. This court now bears the name of Bert Hamill, Chance here for Ziggy Reed. Tip back. Won't go there. Now Minor fouled on the second chance. And he'll head the line. So some size into the lineup. Jordan Minor, 6'8". Ziggy Reed, 6'6".
Yeah, 2 very impressive freshmen as you take a look at just their physicality, their jumping ability right there in that replay. They provide a spark off the bench for really a young Merrimack team. Only 3 seniors on this team. So, young team, but when you got freshmen that can produce off the bench, like Minor, Reed, and Mikhail Daring, who's a knockdown 3-point shooter, leaves your team with a lot of confidence.
Far too hard on that one on the first attempt. As Minor shooting just 50% from the free throw line. Minor overall, averaging just under 6 points per game. 2-time NEC Rookie of the Week so far this year. He hits the second one to make it a 2-point lead for the Warriors.
See how easily Fairleigh Dickinson breaks that press. Curious to see how long Merrimack's going to go with that.
Powell with a kiss off the glass right there. Just wide open lane there for him to drive. And he'll tie it up 7-7.
Yeah, poor defensive effort there for Merrimack. Let them break the press easily and didn't put on any pressure defensively. And Powell was able to get right through the lane.
Now Hayes used the pick to get to the paint. Outside for Lord. 3-pointer good again. Biggest lead of this game for the Warriors thus far, 10-7. Before that, just 1 for 4 on the 3-point attempts. Now a double team at the baseline, and it looks like they're going to get the travel there on Bishop. Second travel here on Bishop.
And one ref said travel, the other ref on the baseline says jump ball. From here, it looked like it was a jump ball before the travel. If we get a replay on that, we're going to look at Hayes. Just beautiful court vision by Hayes. Finds Lord wide open. And Lord's almost automatic from the corner.
Tack that on to his 868 assists coming into this game. First all time in Merrimack program history. 10-7 still the score here for Merrimack. Hayes working against Elijah Williams. Lost it. And another turnover here for Hayes, who's been a little sloppy with the ball here in the first half. Lord back the other way, tripped up, and that's going to be a foul against Devin Dunn.
You can just feel the intensity in this gym right now. Both teams playing with a lot of passion, a lot of effort, a lot of turnovers early. But that goes with the intensity.
Xavier Malone-Key will check in for Brandon Powell as Jaleel Lord will handle the inbounds here for Merrimack. Collectively, these teams shooting 6 for 19 from the field. As Lord being pressured on the outside by Dunn. Lord able to get by Dunn. Pump fakes into the corner. Shot from Daring is good.
Yeah, Daring just has a beautiful jump shot. He's automatic when he's wide open. You got to find him at all times. Know where he is on the floor.
Just 28% on his 3-point tries here this season.
Oh, he's taken, what do we say, 110 shots?
100, now 111.
91 of them are threes, so.
As Bishop. Tough take to the glass, will not go. Rebound here for the Warriors. Chance to make it an 8-point lead, maybe 9. Hayes holds up, right side key, has Lord open again. Dunn in on him, though. Little stutter step from Lord, doesn't have it, so it's back over Reed. Reed will stop, pass the back door for Minor, blocked, but a lot of contact down under the basket. And it appears Minor will head back to the line for the second time.
Yeah, they're going to get Williams, number 21, with a reach. Take a look at it, comes into your screen, just hits him right on the left arm. Good find there by Reed, finding Minor up over the top. Well, we talked about Merrimack rebounding out of the zone. In their past couple games, they've struggled rebounding out of the zone, even though they're on the 5-game win streak. So far, not allowing a lot of offensive rebounds. Just 2 offensive rebounds for Fairleigh Dickinson, so good job for the Warriors.
Well, you look at these teams in the NEC, and obviously Merrimack makes its hay on defense. That's what they're known for. That's what they've been known for years under Joe Gallo. And offense not necessarily their forte in a pretty offensively touted conference. Meanwhile, you look at the Knights. 5th in terms of points per game, just over 70 per contest, but defensively is where they really struggled this season. Perhaps missing seniors last year like Darnell Edge and Mike Holloway Jr., players that led them to the NCAA tournament and the NEC title.
Yeah, well, and, you can see it so far. They're struggling a little bit defensively, but a lot of that goes to just their youth. They only have one senior on this team, and they have a grad student as well. McMahon is from Bedford, New Hampshire, but I mean, being a young team, losing a lot of seniors, that goes a long way.
Greg Random forced to kind of reset after that historic season last year. 4 freshmen coming in along with Colin McManus, the grad student who played his undergrad at Penn. So a former Quaker now, a current Knight.
Oh, another guy with size, 6'10". And this Fairleigh Dickinson team has some size, if they utilize it.
Around the horn here for McCoy. Shot no good there for Merrimack. Rebound taken by Malone Key.
And Jordan McCoy, another freshman on this off the bench for the Warriors. Coach Gallo goes deep with this team sometimes, and he's got a lot of options.
Nice rotation there by Reed as Jenkins will try his luck in the lane. And the right-handed shot is good.
That's a good job there by Williams, setting the screen up top, allowing Jenkins to get free. Easy floater.
That ends an 8-0 run here for the Warriors. 14-9, though, they are still ahead.
Well, 4 freshmen and a sophomore on the floor for Merrimack. See how they can do without Hayes and Lord in the game.
Minor will catch up to that pass. Layup won't go. Offensive rebound. Minor again. 3rd try will not go. 4th try bounces outside.
Just the effort there by Minor, allowing his team to get repossession of the ball.
And it looks like an offensive foul called here on Ziggy Reed. And so, timeout here at Hamel Court. We will take one as well. 5-point lead here for the Warriors, and you're watching on NEC Front Row. So after the offensive foul there on Ziggy Reed, it will be the Knights with possession here. Powell back in the game. As the starters on the court here for Fairleigh Dickinson with 10:19 to go. Spin move by Williams. And that will bounce off the rim and go down here for Joyner. Almost kicking away. Now kicked by Powell. They say play on. Bishop with the bank shot. And again, too hard off the glass. Finally, it pinballs around to be handled by Watkins.
Yeah, pretty blatant kick there by Powell. Ref let it go. Not sure if he saw it.
So Joyner, who leads the Warriors with 5 points here in this game so far. And a dead ball foul. And Caleb Bishop will get whistled for his second. So Fairleigh Dickinson with one of their key players in some early foul trouble. Looks like he'll stay in the game for the time being.
Yeah, I think they actually got Williams with that there, Mike.
There you go.
His second. I think he just held him when he was going for a back screen there.
Jensen, quick release off the top of the backboard. Hayes with the rebound. And a reset here. Still 7 left on the shot clock as that never hit the rim. Joyner will stop from about 10 feet. Too hard and a shot clock violation, but Fairleigh Dickinson has it. And they'll take him to the front court. 2 ugly shots there on that position.
Yeah, not a great offensive possession there for the Warriors.
And a little tuck there from Bishop. His first points of the game to cut this Merrimack lead down to 3. Watkins being pressured there by Jenkins. And Jenkins right there as Hayes took possession.
The Knights are switching everything.
Nice jump stop there by Joyner. And the layup good for his 6th and 7th points of this game. 5-point cushion here for Merrimack. Past the midway point of the first half. Jenkins. Quickly for Bishop from the corner. No good there. Now 5 for 16 from the field for Fairleigh Dickinson as Hayes slowly across the midcourt line. Powell and Hayes got a little tangled up there. Now Jensen, top the key, will put it on the floor. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Joyner picks up his dribble, trying to find a cutting Hayes off the mark.
A good defensive possession there for the Knights. Not allowing the Warriors to get the ball really past the three-point line there. A lot of pressure up top, not allowing these guards to get any space and create any plays. And we talked about them between Hayes and Watkins and Lord, the main ball handlers. They create a lot of havoc with the ball in their hands. Fairleigh Dickinson's aware of that, comes in trying to take it away.
6 turnovers already here for the Warriors, but they forced one here. Out on the break is Watkins. Will pull it back to the outside and hold up. Jenkins for Hayes. Hayes had his pass blocked, able to regather. And Lord now outside for Watkins. Shoulder fake. Long distance for Lord off the front of the rim. Tap back here for Watkins. Good work down low by Joyner.
Joyner just got a really good position there. Saw Watkins just tipped it right out to him. Good effort.
And so Watkins with now 8 on the shot clock. Joyner outside for Hayes. Too many steps there and he travels. Hayes had the wide open 3, instead chose to drive, but instead the travel called. Still a 5-point lead here for the Warriors, though, and you're watching that. He's a big guy, probably one of the bigger guys on this team at 6'5", but he can stretch that court offensively for sure.
Yeah, he can. You got to find him when he's not on the block, because he's going to go up to that three-point line. He likes to do the pick and pop, not a big pick and roll guy. He'll pop right up to that, to right above the free throw line, and he'll knock down that 3 with ease and with consistency.
Jenkins here, he's 2 for 3 as he passes over to Powell. Datica, corner for Bishop. Bishop trying to work in on Jensen. Stopped in the paint by Joyner. Still the jump shot good there from Bishop. And back down to 3 here, the lead for the Warriors. It's Hayes. stat line right now you kind of live with sometimes with him as he turns it over. Jenkins all alone. Layup short. Bishop, though, on the putback, but they're going to call the offensive foul as getting in the way was Hayes. So he has the tough turnover, but has the presence of mind to get back in the paint, take the body contact, hold his feet. And Bishop called for his second foul.
Great IQ there, not going up for the block. He had no angle on Jenkins there. Jenkins probably thought he was going for the block. That's why he missed that layup. And Bishop just came right over the top. It's a great call by the referee.
So going back to it now, Shane, the stat line you kind of sometimes have to put up with Hayes. Right now, 4 rebounds as Jensen off the mark. 1 assist, 2 steals, 4 turnovers, 0 points. So it's been a little bit of a roller coaster statistically here in this game for Hayes.
Yeah, absolutely, and no shots attempted as well. So you think of what the mindset is for Hayes right now. I mean, could it be the pressure that Jenkins is doing? I mean, he's picking him up at half court. Haven't seen that a lot this year. Hayes really hasn't had any effort to get to the rim.
Hayes has it now, who just helped force another steal there on the last possession by Fairleigh Dickinson. Joyner. Take the hole, maybe partially blocked there by Datica.
Yeah, I think it was. Good call.
Now Jenkins outside for Powell, will not take it. Down the baseline for Datica. Got Joyner off his feet. Datica can't get it to go, but will head to the free throw line. Joyner looked like he had all the space and a clean layup going to the basket, but out of nowhere, Datica comes over to swipe it away.
Well, and it just goes with the height advantage that Fairleigh Dickinson has. Datica able to make up space with that length.
2 shots here for Datica. Played his high school ball at St. Mary's in New Jersey. First free throw good. Became the 7th member of his family to break the 1,000-point barrier, or milestone, we should say. I don't have the names of the rest of his family, but still, I'm impressed by the members of his family, 7 overall. I'm not sure if there's brothers, cousins, dads, uncles, what have you.
Regardless.
And 1,000 points, of course, that's impressive in its own right.
It's hard enough to do it for one person to do it. For all 7, I mean, that's a talented family right there.
So safe to say the Datica family, pretty good basketball genes. And they've shrunk this Warriors lead down to 1, but here's Lord trying to put him back up by 4. 3-pointer off the right iron. Goes over to Minor. Some body contact there as the ball went out of bounds. Maybe a break for Minor. And it looks like Bishop may be getting his third foul.
That's a tough break there for Bishop. I thought he actually had good position there on Minor. Minor tried to force it baseline. He got bailed out with the call. So
Colin McManus, the 6'10 center, making just his 3rd appearance this season for the Knights, as Bishop forced to check out with 5:14 remaining in the first half.
Well, you bring in McManus at 6'10. You got Datica at 6'8 and a long reach. He's been getting the ball with ease down low. See if they push Datica up to the free throw line and put McManus down low.
First one is good for Minor, as the Merrimack Warriors now on the bonus here. 7th team foul, that last one on Bishop. And Minor hits the second. Builds the lead back to 3 here for Merrimack.
So I'm going to point out just 1 3-point shot taken for the Knights so far. They're 0 for 1. And a lot of that has the second one. Powell's taken a pull.
Powell took the first one and missed, takes the second one and misses as well.
And that just goes to what they're trying to do, is get the ball down low. And get to the free throw line. And they're 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Ziggy Reed working on the big man McManus, who maybe got a piece of that one. Now Lord trying to bounce it off a Dunn out of bounds, missed the Knight guard. And this will go back to Fairleigh Dickinson. So all of a sudden that size from McManus partially altering the shot there taken by Ziggy Reed.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got a piece of it, but he definitely altered it like you said. And from here it looked like that ball might have went off Fairleigh Dickinson, but this could have been a bad angle for me. But turnover there for the Warriors.
Jenkins straight away. That takes a twirl around the rim before finding the hands of Minor. Well, he's up again for Minor. Will stop at the baseline, tiptoes along. Now double team down along the end line. Minor trying to force the outside, and we have a hold there on Dunn.
Great step through there by Minor. Impressive so far by Jordan Minor. 5 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, and he's been getting to the line. I believe he actually leads the team in points. Joyner leads the team. He's got 4. But Minor, great first half so far, a defensive first half.
Misses the first of 2, and so rebound here for Powell. And Jenkins now. Seeing him show the ability to take it to the hole is Danica from the right side foul line. That jump shot is good. So Danica with 7 points off the bench. Back down to 1, the lead for Merrimack. Hayes muscles by Danica. Outside for Lord. Lord three-pointer, good. Make it a 4-point lead for the Warriors.
Well, you just see a different mindset by Hayes. Typically when he gets into the paint, he's going to throw up a little floater or try and create contact, but he's finding Lord or the rest of his teammates out on the three-point line because he's getting doubled, and they've been able to knock down their threes.
Defensive rebound here for Lord. Lord with his 3rd rebound of the game. 1-on-1 here against Powell. Left-handed drive, pass down low for Minor. Minor off the glass and in. Able to get that up and away from the hands of Danica. And Minor now up to 6 points.
Hey, he's giving up 2 inches, which is big when it comes to height there, but just using a little pump fake there, it gets McManus to jump, and you find a little soft spot.
Powell, 1-on-1 against Michael Daring, and the takeaway, Hayes in all alone, and I'll tuck it in.
Well, that's just going to go back to the defense there by Michael Daring, just moving his feet, not allowing Powell to go anywhere. And Hayes just gets a little poke and an easy 2 points.
First bucket of the game here for Hayes, and a 7-0 run that Jenkins can't end, but an offensive rebound. Danica resets. Outside for Dunn. 3-pointer hits.
That's their first 3 made, and it's a big 3. You could sense just a lot of momentum going to the Warriors there. It's a big shot. And it looks like the Knights might be going into a 2-3 zone here now.
Approaching 2 minutes left in the first half.
Exactly what they're doing.
As Hayes, bounce pass from Minor. Backs it in and will get the roll. So Minor now leading the team with 8 points. Game high as well. Jenkins straight away, drives his way past Daring. Dunn, who just hit the 3, will give up to Powell. And contact made there by Reed on the reach-in.
That's a good foul there by Reed. Overcommitted on the closeout there. And a good foul, not allowing Powell to get into the lane.
Well, the Warriors have a couple to give in terms of the foul. 8 points, game high right now. 2 for 6 shooting, went 4 for 7 from the free throw line. Already has 7 rebounds. Merrimack looking for its first double-double from any player this season, amazingly enough.
Yeah, it really is amazing. You talk about the height advantage that most teams have over Merrimack. But most double-doubles you think come from the big guys between rebounds and points. But guys like Javaris Hayes not even getting any double-doubles this season.
Reverse layup from Saliba Jr. Rattles in and out. Hayes with 80 seconds remaining in the first half. As Mikey Watkins gets ready to check back in upon the next stoppage. And just that quickly, shot clock all the way down to 10. Turnaround jumper from Joyner. No good. Joyner had quite the stat line last game in that win over Central Connecticut State. As a bucket good there for the Knights. And a timeout taken by Merrimack. Well,
keep to his advantage, even against bigger defenders. And he's got soft touch. He's a great offensive basketball player.
Opportunity maybe for a 2-for-1 here if Merrimack wants to force the issue. Jensen. Down deep for Joyner. And he's able to get the layup up and in.
Well, that goes back to just him using his size. He knows he's smaller than Williams there, but just gets good body position. A spot where Williams can't block his shot.
Shot clock off here for Jaleel Jenkins. as the Knights will play for the final shot of this first half. 7-point lead here for Merrimack. Jenkins pushed back the outside nicely by Watkins. Now Powell. And another offensive foul here by the Knights as Powell looks like he may have rolled his ankle in that contact with Idris Joyner.
Well, that goes to Idris Joyner. Just his basketball IQ there. Knows that Powell's going to come in for the floater. He's already in position there in the 2-3 zone. Make sure he's not in the restricted area. Takes a charge. Gives his team a chance with 2.5 seconds left. Might be able to get a good look out of this.
Powell will be helped to the bench as he tries to walk this off. 2.4 seconds as Merrimack will inbound from under its own basket.
He's going to get Hayes on the run.
Hayes will gain the midcourt line. Last second bucket. A bit long on that one. But a solid first half there in the first half. 3 rebounds though. And Javaris Hayes begins the possession with a handoff here for Watkins. Devin Jensen went 0 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, tough start for Jensen. Really had a lot of bad shots. He took a 3 here.
And 0 for 5 now and missed all 3-point tries. All 3 3-point tries.
Excuse me, Mike. Going back to that possession, you saw Fairleigh Dickinson go back to man. They started a man, went to zone towards the end. Didn't have success with it. Going right back to the man, pressuring up top.
A lot of passing around the perimeter right now as Malone Key in front for Bishop. Jensen gets him on the hand.
I don't think Bishop was Jensen, but Jensen said, "I'm not going to be a poster."
So free throws upcoming here for Bishop. 4 points in the first half there for Bishop. 3 fouls sent him to the bench with some time to go there in the first half.
And that's where Merrimack went on that stretch, not having him down low, allowed Merrimack to get into the lane.
Bishop averaging over 20 points per game over his last 4 games until that game against Central Connecticut State, just 4 points. Still pretty good. 5 double-doubles so far this season and averaging just under 14 points a game. But he needs to be on the floor here for Greg Herenda and Fairleigh Dickinson as both free throws good and Bishop up to 6 points.
Well, going back to that last game for Fairleigh Dickinson, only 4 points for Bishop, but they were still able to win by 23 points, I believe it was. So they got a lot of consistency from other players, which is good to see from a young team.
Best shooting game of the season, 53.4 from the field and 11 for 22 from three-point land as Jensen lets loose right before the shot clock expires. And won't go on the ball off of the hands of Lord and out of bounds. So Devin Jensen cold here today. Bit surprising for the team's leading three-point shooter, hitting 40% this year.
Absolutely, a tough night for him. But he's getting open shots. Most of his shots have been open, despite the one that had to be taken earlier with the shot clock running down. But it's only a matter of time before he starts hitting them.
Some quick passing, and Williams able to beat Jensen to the bucket.
Looked like from here he almost got a block on that, too.
So good start to the second half here for the Knights as they've taken a 7-point deficit and cut it down here to 3. Now Joyner able to get to the hole, made that bucket, or at least that attempt, a little more difficult than it needed to be.
Yeah, I think he was trying to use the rim as a shot protector there. But just made it a lot more harder, like you said.
Williams from the free throw line. Partially blocked there by Hayes. Powell will keep it in bounds. Jenkins on the drive. Hayes with the contact. Now Powell with the pump fake. Three-pointer hits.
Hayes is a little gingerly there. Not sure if he came down and tweaked his ankle.
7-0 run here for the Knights to even it all up. 29 apiece to begin the second half. Jensen now for Watkins. Double team comes here from Fairleigh Dickinson. Watkins up over the hands of Bishop. Too strong on that one. Rebound for Powell.
See if Fairleigh Dickinson gets a bucket here because Coach Gallo takes a timeout.
That off the right iron from the hands of Malone Key.
Fairleigh just pressuring the ball. As soon as Hayes gets over half court, they're pressuring and then they're doubling, not allowing him to create any offense. Hayes really pretty much been a non-factor tonight offensively.
Jensen with the quick three-pointer. That sinks. So the two wide open threes he clangs, and with a man right in his face, he drains the bucket. And Merrimack back in front by 3, ending the night's 7-0 run.
Yeah, just a catch and shoot there by Jensen. That's what you need to do. He's a shooter. He knows he's a shooter. Just keep shooting. Once you see one go in, you're going to keep seeing them all going.
Reverse layup, no good from Watkins, but he draws the foul. And that's going to be on Brandon Powell, his second of the game, first team foul. And Watkins shoots 76% from the free throw line, first of 2. That rattles in and out. Overall from the free throw line today, Merrimack just 5 for 10. And make it 5 for 11 as Watkins misses both free throws.
Oh, you need free throws in a close game. And when it comes down to it, these free throws could be the deciding factor. Fairleigh Dickinson's 5 for 5 right now. This lead could be a lot bigger for Merrimack if they hit their free throws.
Low post here for Williams. Blocked from behind by Joyner. Lord scampers up with the loose ball. Lord passes to Watkins. A little heat on that one.
Yeah, good decision by Lord, though. I knew he didn't have anything going there. Just bring it back out.
Ziggy Reed now on the court here for the Warriors. Watkins bounces back to Reed. Long three-pointer is good. So back-to-back three-pointers has opened up a 6-point lead here now for Merrimack. Off the front iron there for the Knights, but a nice second chance, and the layup is good from Bishop. Hayes walks his way into the offensive side. And now we'll set things up. Hayes for Lord. Whips it back outside. Nice pump fake. Reed again. Off the front of the rim, and it goes to Powell. Now Watkins in transition. Up top for Williams, and the alley-oop is good. What a look there by Jenkins, and what a finish by Elijah Williams.
Yeah, easy 2 points there. Gave Reed no chance on that. No, but going back to that offensively, Ziggy Reed, 4, sometimes a 5 when he's in the game. I mean, if he can start hitting that step back, your center can hit that. He's going to be dangerous. And only a freshman, he can hit those threes with ease.
Reed opts to put on the floor this time. Try to scoop it up and in. It does go, but foul on the floor, though, for Fairleigh Dickinson.
Yeah, if this was the NBA, that'd be a continuation and one there. Continuation. But good effort there by Reed.
Well, Fairleigh Dickinson showing something here in the second half. They trail by 2 on winner. Going to be cold here for the Warriors to start this second half.
Yeah, much like the first half, both teams not really finding, well, actually Fairleigh Dickinson's finding the bucket so far here in the first half, but Merrimack just doing what they do best, just trying to play defense, but nothing so far.
Minor nicely gets that up and in.
You got to get the ball to Jordan Meyer. He's been pretty much your most consistent player tonight. 7 rebounds, 10 points. Outside of Idris Joyner, there's really been no offense for this Merrimack team. Just keep getting the ball down low to Minor.
Bishop open in the lane, trying to spin towards the basket, does so. That circles in and out. And Minor has a rebound. 8th rebound for Minor. Just 2 boards short of the double-double. Nice bounce pass outside for Reed. 3-pointer won't go. And the ball fought for in the lane. Taken by Jenkins. He has some numbers. Jenkins to the basket. Layup is good, and he's fouled on the play.
Yeah, good take there by Jenkins. They're going to get Reed with a slap. I think he slapped him on the wrist on his way up. But nobody picked him up. They just kind of let him go right in there, and Reed hesitates a little bit, allows Jenkins to get into the paint, slaps him right on the wrist. You got to pick up the guy with the ball. He's the only one that can score.
3rd foul on Reed and Jenkins. will head to the free throw line to try and complete the unconventional three-point play. And that is good. And so, just a 1-point deficit here for Fairleigh Dickinson. Jenkins, when he's taken it to the lane, he's had success.
And he's up to 7 points now. He hasn't been too effective offensively, but he's found his open guys, and they've been just trying to get the ball down low against that zone.
Hayes now on the drive. Up and over, Datica. Too hard on that one, though, so again, some speed here shown by the Knights on transition. Jenkins to his left. Down deep for Malone Key, and the easy layup is good. And the first lead of the game here for Fairleigh Dickinson since it was 5-4 in the opening moments of the first half.
Well, it's just been like I talked about actually in the beginning of the game, just getting the ball off defense and creating a lot of pressure on Merrimack, not allowing them to get into their zone. They haven't been able to set up, and that's allowed Jenkins to penetrate and find their open man.
Lord from the corner. Again, tough shot, rebounded by Williams.
And not the shot you want to take there from Merrimack, and that much time left on the clock.
One for the last 5. Now a nice hard rebound taken by Reed. Will pass along for Hayes. Reed stops at the charity stripe. Jump back, step back jumper, no good.
A between the leg step back by your center. Pretty impressive.
Only if it goes, though.
Yeah.
As Williams looks for some options outside, has Jenkins there. And long 3 from Dunn, short.
I think it's only a matter of time before Hayes starts looking for his own shot. He's been very unselfish with the ball. Only taken 2 shots. He's 1 for 2, but he's got to come to a point where he's got to try and take over this game offensively.
Remains a 1-point lead here for Fairleigh Dickinson. As Lord. As Minor. Minor working against a double team now and against Datica. Finger roll, no good, but the foul on Datica.
You like to see Minor finish that. He finishes that 9 times out of 10. Get the and 1 there, but just a great move. Feels Datica shifting. Goes right by him, right into the lane. And 1, get to the line.
Time in this second half. Now has them ahead by 1, but now Jordan Minor to the line, trying to add to his 10 points total so far this evening. And more importantly, give Merrimack back the lead.
Well, Merrimack only 4 points scored in the last 2 minutes. And a lot has just been with that Fairleigh Dickinson defense, they're pressuring up top, not allowing Merrimack to get into the lane and get good shots. But Jordan Minor has been a little bit of an exception here in this second half.
And so that first free throw will tie things up. Minor well past his season average of 6 points a game. Chance to double that up with the free throw here, but it will not go, so he stays at 11. And so we reset, do it again, 38 all. Approaching midway point of the second half. Dunn on the outside. Datica. And the high block spin towards the basket. And that will not go here for Datica.
Datica's got to finish that. A beautiful spin move. Should have been an easy bucket. A little glimpse of why he was a 1,000-point scorer in high school. Just pure offensive forward.
Lord looking for the handoff. Wasn't there, so Minor will put on the floor himself. Tries to go high off the glass. Does so.
And got him with the charge. Dunn took the charge.
So offensive foul there on Minor.
Take a look at it. Yep, good call. Dunn was straight up. He was set. Good call there.
13 foul here on the Warriors. Joyner back into the game. And so the starting 5 out there with 10:37 remaining in the second half.
Merrimack with the press, but not putting a lot of pressure on. Not sure if that's just how they get back into their zone or what. But they got to put a lot of pressure back up top. Not allow Jenkins to get in and create some opportunities.
Powell. Bounce pass down low. Jensen in on Williams. Cut off along the baseline. Pass goes off at Joyner out of bounds.
Oh, good spin move there by Williams. Even better defense there by Joyner. Recognizing it, trapping him around the baseline, not allowing him to get underneath the lane.
So just 6 seconds left on the shot clock here. Jenkins flips to Williams. Gets by Jensen and able to tuck it in.
It's a great take there by Williams. Using his power to get into the lane.
Just absolutely wheeled around Jensen, and Joyner getting over there late. Foul here on Jensen.
Take a look at it here on the replay. Little forearm to the chest there. It looked like Williams extended it, so good call there by the ref.
And it might be called in today's NBA, but not here. As Williams looking for the three-point play.
Yeah, today's NBA a lot softer than I think college basketball is nowadays with all the scorers.
Williams up to 9 points and the lead up to 3 here for Fairleigh Dickinson. Watkins had that block from behind. Okeke. And then Dunn trying to get off to the races. And they're going to call that a shooting foul as Lord fought for that ball. And right now, nothing going well for the Warriors and everything going the Knights' way.
Yeah, Okeke in his first minutes. Effective right away. Tallest player on the floor tonight. Against probably the shortest player on the floor. Just swats it right away. Creates offense for the team. That's what we talked about for Fairleigh Dickinson. Getting into transition, not allowing Merrimack to set up their zone. That's what they've been doing for most of the second half. Just getting in transition and creating opportunities for themselves.
After that free throw, Dunn now 7 for 9 on the season. And now a 5-point lead for the Knights as that rattles in. Full court pressure coming here from Powell. Hayes with Okeke right in his face. Powell make that Lord. Swiped away by Powell. And now Powell in the transition. Reverse layup. And that will not find the bottom of the bucket. Hayes the other way. Hayes outside for Lord from the corner. Lord, good.
Oh, you gotta find Lord in transition. You know he's going to go to the three-point line. That you loves the corner three. Billy Dickinson's had 2 men in the paint. Easy assist there, easy 3 points.
Now Williams looked to go coast to coast. Powell off the bottom of the backboard. Okeke looking for the dunk. Wasn't clean, but it went.
That's just a size advantage there. Really nothing Merrimack could do. Just hope he doesn't get the ball down low.
Back to a 4-point lead here for Fairleigh Dickinson. 8:40 left. Joyner outside for Lord. Open three. Good.
I'll keep feeding him. Make sure he's open. Just keep giving him the ball. Let him shoot that three.
4 for 8 now on his 3-point tries for Lord. Offense has come a little too easily here for Fairleigh Dickinson over the last couple trips down the floor, but that three-pointer hits the back of the rim and a nice high rebound by Lord.
That's what Lord does. He comes down, helps his big man out. Highest vertical on the team. Uses it to his advantage.
Chance for Merrimack to pull back ahead. Lord now being guarded by Jenkins. Handoff for Lord. Down for Joyner. Trying to go reverse against Williams. Joyner, the layup is good, and the foul on Williams.
Great job there by Joyner, knowing Williams, feeling him right on his back. He's got a pump fake, get him in the air. Little pump fake there, gets him in the air. An easy and one there for Joyner. Merrimack going on a little run here.
And a chance to complete that 3-point play and make it a 2-point lead when we return here on NEC Front Row.
On the bench for the next 4 or 5 minutes, depending on how this game goes.
Coach Gallo unhappy with the late switch here allowed for Fairleigh Dickinson. As Joyner with his first free throw, and it's good. 47-45 for Merrimack, and some full court pressure now coming from the Warriors.
And almost a turnover there, right through Dadica's hands.
Dunn, who's been out here for much of the second half. Powell, low runner,
Yeah,
no
great
good,
save.
but the offensive foul on Joyner. As
Joyner.
he stood his ground, and Powell picks up his third.
Rush right the whole way. That's the second time Joyner's taking a charge against Powell. Powell just a little bit too much momentum into the lane. Second time he's taking a charge on a floater.
See him trying to hold up there. No dice, though.
Yeah, in the zone, I mean, you take a charge in the zone, you're most likely going to be a charge because you're already set. Good job there by Joyner. So the little things, Mike.
Details.
Yep. They're going to get him with the travel.
Like you said, little things.
Yeah. That'll work in the NBA. A little James Harden step back there, but not here. That's his spot, though, right there, right at the top. That's where you want Joyner to be taking his threes.
Xavier Malone Key now in here for Fairleigh Dickinson. Had a game best 23 points last match in the victory over Central Connecticut. Pass in the paint for Dadico. Put on the floor, working against Joyner. Watkins came over trying to rip it away. No good. They say dead ball foul here in Dadico. Excuse me, on Watkins as Dadico tried to lift that in.
Not sure. I actually thought he was going up with that. Penn's can't hear the whistle on the replay. But it looked like Dadico was trying to go up, but Merrimack going to get bailed out there.
15 foul here on Merrimack as Fairleigh Dickinson inches towards the bonus. Powell. Bishop open in the paint again. Puts a shoulder down on Joyner, and they say
It's going to be a jump ball.
Jump ball, but possession will stay with Fairleigh Dickinson.
Great job by Joyner staying straight up. Realizes Bishop puts that ball just to his chest. Going to stick his left arm in there, tie it up. Good D there by Joyner.
And it should be a new shot clock as well. No, they keep it at 8. Powell drives the bucket. Bank shot. Hard off the iron. Back over to Bishop. And with authority, he ties the score 47.
Well, the Knights are starting to crash the glass. They realize Merrimack's getting a little tired defensively, crashing the glass, using their height to the advantage.
What was a +9 rebound margin there for Merrimack. Now just down to +2. Watkins boxed in down low, so it's over for Reed. Back outside for Lord. Lord three-pointer. Sinks it.
You got to find him defensively. I know you want to double off the screen, but you got to find Lord. He's starting to heat up, and can't let him do that. He's just been automatic so far.
Has only missed one of his last 5 3-pointers. Dadica, he is fouled on the take the basket, and Joyner will pick up his second foul.
That's a tough break there for Joyner. Looked like Dadica was going to go up with it. It was going to go around, but he saw Joyner go up in the air, just leaned right into him. Like to see Joyner stay on the ground there and force him to pick up his dribble.
He was already behind the basket. Really had no shot of making the shot.
Yeah, he just threw it up there for the shooting motion.
Dadica misses the first. Dadica making his 12th appearance of the season, averaging about 6 minutes per game. Well past that already, up to 15. And the shooter's roll there for Dadica on the second free throw. And Fairleigh Dickinson back within 2. 5:41 remaining in the second half. It's been back and forth here so far between Merrimack and Fairleigh Dickinson. Knights last year's NEC champion. As Lord will let loose again. That goes off a Joyner and taken here by Jenkins. So the hot hand now just warm for a little bit, but now steal here by Watkins. Hayes in on Dadica. Gets a contact and the foul. And Dadica whistled for his fourth, and Hayes and Watkins make that Lord both slow to their feet. Hayes going to take a breather here, looks like.
Yeah, Hayes and Watkins just going to trap Jenkins almost and just loses the handle on it. And Tavares Hayes with the ball in the open floor. He's going to find the rim 9 times out of 10. Get himself to the line. A little slow to get up. Not sure if it's out of breath or if it took a hard fall there. take a look at Hayes. He's been impressive tonight.
And Lord's been impressive as well. As we,
excuse me, Lord, I said Hayes. Yeah, Lord, he's been impressive. Struggled in that first half, but he's really come on in the second half. Game high, 15 points.
And before that last miss, went 4 for 5 on his 3-point tries. 5 for 10 in the game. Just one 2-pointer attempt, and he missed it. So I guess why would you take 8 2-pointers? As Hayes makes his first free throw, Elijah Williams will check back in here for the Knights, replacing Datica.
Oh, see, Joyner down there just told Jaleel Lord, Williams has 4 fouls, go right at him. And that's what you want to do. I would expect them to go right at Williams, try and get him out of this game.
Datica looks like only 3 fouls, but Williams, next one, and he is out. Now Williams gives up the ball here to Jenkins. Powell spins out of the corner. Jenkins with the shot clock at 9. Malone Key. Powell drives to the basket. Runner again is good. He's got that little floater from about 12 feet out that's worked out for him today. 2-point lead for Merrimack. Now let's see what the Warriors try and do here against Williams. Reed on the outside. Watkins flips in the lane there for Joyner. Foul on Bishop.
That's going to be his 4th, I think. You saw on that defensively, though, they switched Bishop. Williams went out on Reed to get him out of the paint. And now Bishop's going to... Oh, no, they're going to get Malone Key.
Break there for Bishop. Malone Key's first.
Yeah, I think he just slapped Joyner on the arm there. By mistake.
Joyner hits the first one.
And this is a stretch of the game where free throws are going to play a big factor. Close game, late. Got to knock down your free throws when you can.
Joyner shooting 62%. I'll make that 65. We'll give an extra 3. 65%. And now 3 for 3 here this evening. 4-point lead for the Warriors. Their biggest since they started up with a 7-point edge, 29-22 to start up the second half. Malone Key. Well guarded by Watkins. Powell. This time working to his left. Hayes looking for the takeaway. Jenkins, corner 3. Off the back of the rim. And the foul called here on Hayes.
And get him with the reach. I thought Powell got away with a little carry before he got into the lane there. Probably Jenkins is starting to get some offensive rebounds. Closing the gap. 7 offensive rebounds now. They only had 2 in that first half. So it's been a bright spot here for them.
It's been a long time since the Warriors have had a rebound at all. 31-31. That battle is all even. Reed is out. Devin Jensen in. And 2 free throws upcoming here for Powell. Hits the first one.
Yeah, both teams in the bonus now. Shooting the rest of the way.
And Powell makes a second as well. Lead down to 2 here for the Warriors. Less than 4 to go in the second. And full court pressure. Winding the shot clock down here for Merrimack. Watkins trying 1-on-1 against Jenkins. Wasn't there. As Hayes looks to work against Williams. Hayes over to Joyner. And he draws a foul here on Powell. Great look that time by Hayes. And back to the free throw line here for Joyner when we return on NEC Front Row.
Night, and a lot of it has to do with Williams and Bishop down low. And there's a size advantage between those two. They've really carried them back into this game, and Powell as well offensively.
I mean, to be fair, tough non-conference schedule for Fairleigh Dickinson. They went on the road to DePaul, went on the road to Notre Dame, on the road against number 8 Kentucky.
That's a tough matchup.
8 non-conference road games, so they've definitely been a little bit road heavy, to say the least. Not a little bit, a lot of bit road heavy. But now as they've gotten down into the NEC schedule, a chance to have some success. Though they get the win against Central Connecticut, lose against St. Francis, maybe a loss against Sacred Heart you'd like to have back, and St. Francis of Brooklyn as well. So a couple tough losses there, but a lot of basketball still to be played. As the first free throw good here for Joyner, and it looks like the referee is going to head to the table for a discussion.
I mean, you talk about their schedule so far really has not been favorable at all, going into Notre Dame and going into Kentucky, who has 3 freshmen that are going to be going to the draft this year. That's a conference tournament, and that's their goal. Not only to grow as a team, but can we win the NEC? We're in position to win the NEC, and to do that in your first year, I mean, that's going to be a statement. Say, hey, we're here to play, and we deserve to be here.
Joyner. That rolls in and out, so it stays a 3-point lead here for the Warriors with 3:26 to go. Joyner up to 15 points. He and Lord tied for the game lead. Williams from Lone Key. Nice cutoff there by Reed. And so Williams on the outside will put it on the floor himself. Watkins rips it away. Hayes will wait and hold. No rush here with 3 minutes remaining. Watkins milking the shot clock a little bit here for Merrimack.
And you can see they're trying to get Jaleel Lord free.
Hayes, layup, no good. As he got a step there on Jenkins.
That's something that Hayes usually finishes, despite having 3 defenders around him.
Hayes just 4 points today on 1 for 2 shooting. Hit both his free throws. Williams with the tuck, no good. Now Williams has a rebound off the Bishop miss. Powell from the outside, and he ties things up with the 3. So the offensive board and the kick out. And we're all even up once again. Powell becomes the second player on the Knights to reach double figures in scoring. Hand off here for Joyner down deep. Joyner won't go. Offensive rebound. Instead, defensive board there for Williams.
A good up and under there by Joyner. Just a little bit too strong. See if you can like to see him use the glass there.
A chance to step in front again, once again here for the Knights. Powell's been the hot hand as of late. Powell has it taken away, but they say a grab there by Watkins. And so free throws upcoming here for Powell.
I think they're actually going to get. Yeah,
they're going to Hayes.
Hayes, yeah.
Quickly his second.
Hayes reached in on the other side just before Watkins got that ball. Tough call.
Yeah, Watkins say it wasn't me. He's right, it wasn't him, but Hayes.
Yeah, that just shows you what Hayes and Watkins try and do. They just try and pressure you, force you, turn the ball over. They have such quick hands defensively. They can just get a steal and turn it into 2 points going the other way so quickly.
Powell now with 13 points. And make that 14. 2-point lead for Fairleigh Dickinson. Lord open for a moment as Bishop comes to guard him. Williams lurking in the paint, and a timeout taken by Merrimack. And so we will take one as well. 1:15 getting down to crunch time, but we're not there already with a 7-55 lead over Merrimack. Trying to put an end to the Warriors' 5-game winning streak, and also trying to string back-to-back wins together for the first time this season.
Well, they put themselves in position. They struggled offensively in the first half, but they won on two separate runs here in the second half to give themselves the lead. And you got to think that Merrimack's going to try and get a pick and roll going between Joyner and Hayes, and see if you can find Lord open for a 3.
Hayes trying to work down low against Williams. Stripped from behind in a diving effort to get that ball. And timeout taken by Fairleigh Dickinson before the jump ball was whistled.
I think Hayes was actually looking for Joyner on the roll there.
Joyner seems unhappy as Hayes.
Yeah, he was. He just
looking
tried
for the bounce
yeah.
pass and off the mark. Either that was off the mark or Joyner was not in the spot that Hayes expected him to be.
Yeah, I mean, difficult game for Hayes today. I mean, Fairleigh Dickinson came into this game saying we're going to take away.
The first half has now been 21 in the second half for Fairleigh Dickinson and just 8 for the Warriors.
That's been the story so far.
And a lot of those have been offensive rebounds like you talked about.
Yeah, I expect Fairleigh Dickinson to get the ball to Paul. He's been the hot man for most of the second half. Probably going to try and get him into the lane.
Malone Key holding for time to shrink away here on the shot clock. Now has 6 remaining.
Yeah, you got to go.
Malone Key with 3 seconds go will let it loose. And that goes off the rim. No shot clock violation. Great defensive stand like you talked about, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best defensive stand Merrimack's had all game. You knew that Fairleigh Dickinson was going to wind that clock down, but you had to put pressure on them, not allow them to get a last-minute bucket. And now you got to score here. With 33 seconds left, 30-second shot clock, you got to score here. You don't need a 3. Go for a 2. Try and tie this game and allow your defense to take control. You don't want to put this clock down too much where you can't foul and extend the game.
Who's going to be the man? Hayes has been quiet. Had a tough night offensively as he orbits his way around the offensive zone. Hayes picks up the dribble. Now it's Lord. Working down deep against Malone Key. Lord up and in to tie the score with 5.6.
Yeah, they're going to play it out. Oh, he's calling for a timeout. Yeah, they got it.
And timeout taken with 1.7 remaining. Elijah Williams demonstrative in front of the referee. Greg Herenda says, I tried to. No one covering Williams here for the Merrimack defense. We'll see what Greg Herenda is drawing up here for the Knights. Williams will take the timeout. Last one there for Fairleigh Dickinson as Williams definitely didn't have the pass he was looking for.
Very close.
And 1.7 to go. Williams to Malone Key. He'll let loose at the buzzer. No good. And so we're headed to overtime here. Williams and Powell each with 4 fouls.
I would go right at them if I'm Merrimack. You have plenty of time. 5 minutes in this game. Go right at them. Try and get them fouled out early. Force Fairleigh Dickinson to go to their bench.
Off the bench, it's been Datica who's had a strong game with 8 points. And this is one all the way back to Jaleel Jenkins. I thought this was going to be a bit of a guard battle between Jenkins and Hayes. It's been more of the big men for both sides.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. We talked about the two. Those are the 2 top players really for these 2 teams, but they've both kind of been a non-factor.
Hook shots will ultimately fall there for Williams.
I shouldn't say non-factor, but they haven't scored like the way we think that they would have scored tonight. Just 12 points combined between the 2.
And Fairleigh Dickinson has a lead to begin this overtime period. Watkins in against Bishop. Watkins blocked from behind, out of bounds off of Fairleigh Dickinson. It will stay with the Warriors.
Good job by Bishop there, just moving his feet, knowing he's bigger than Watkins. Moving his feet, giving himself a chance to get a shot block.
14 seconds left on that shot clock here for Merrimack as Joyner fields the inbounds pass. Hayes off the glass, and he gets it. That's a finish we haven't seen from Hayes here tonight, but he gets that one to go.
Yeah, he's just so smooth. That's such a tough shot. Fading away, just throwing it right off the glass with your right hand. Just shows the skill set Hayes has.
Good pressure defensively here by Merrimack. Even up, 59 apiece. 1 minute gone here in overtime. Almost a turnover there by Jenkins. As the shot clock winds its way down here to 5. Malone Key avoids a reach in from Watkins. Now in the paint for Bishop. Turnaround jumper. Bounces around before dropping through. It'll be now 14 points for make that 12 for Bishop. As Fairleigh Dickinson inches back ahead by 2. Reed with a spin move. No good there. Offensive rebound for Joyner. Able to go back up and power it in. 61-61.
Joyner just does a great job of timing his jump. Little pump fake there. Ties the game up. He's done that consistently tonight.
Now a chance there for Fairleigh Dickinson. Their first miss in a while. And a chance for Merrimack to get their first lead since about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 6 left on the shot clock here for the Warriors. Joyner will take it himself. Spins against Bishop. Turnaround jumper off the front of the rim.
That's a tough shot. Merrimack didn't have much going there offensively. Joyner had to take that shot.
Approaching 2 minutes left in overtime. Still a tied score. And Jenkins setting the offense here for Fairleigh Dickinson.
Travel with that.
Low and key. No good, but the putback good there from Bishop.
See if that call comes back to hurt the Warriors. And Mauldin, he traveled with that ball. He didn't put that ball on the ground. He took 2 steps.
14 points for Bishop. Tied for the team lead with Powell. Now Hayes back outside for Reed. 3-pointer. Too long on that one. And now Jenkins 1-on-1 against Watkins. Watkins able to take it away.
Jenkins just spun right into Watkins' chest. Made it so easy for him to take that away.
Now Hayes looking for the layup. That's no good. Foul there on Bishop. And that's going to be his 4th.
Oh, 4, excuse me. Looking at 21, not 12.
So Bishop, Powell, and Williams all with 4 fouls. Joyner, who's 4 for 5 from the free throw line here tonight. A chance to tie the score. And that will rattle in.
I think that if he makes this, Warriors going to go right into their press. Put a lot of pressure on Jenkins.
And we're even up. Timeout taken here by Merrimack. We'll keep it right here as we look in this game so far.
Battle didn't really happen tonight. And I'm a little disappointed. I was excited to see that.
Jenkins with 7 points on 3 of 11 shooting. Missed on all his 3-pointers. 3 of those. Meanwhile, Hayes with just 6 points, but he had a big bucket here in overtime. 1:06 to go here in this overtime. 63 all after 2 free throws here by Joyner. Williams back up top here for Jenkins. Jenkins might have to do it himself as he ducks the shoulder. Jenkins fouled though by Hayes with 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, they're going to call Hayes with the reach.
And 2 free throws here. Jenkins.
Yeah, that's a good call. It looked like a reach in there from this angle.
3rd foul on Hayes. Fairleigh Dickinson already in the bonus, so 2 free throws here. Jenkins is shooting 84% from the line, and he gets that one to luckily drop through. Fans here at Hamel Court. Volume rising as Jenkins gets another shooting roll. It's been a 2-point lead for Fairleigh Dickinson, then Merrimack tying things up. More than a couple times here in overtime. Can they do it again? Hayes with the drive. Layup good.
Great take by Hayes. He got away with a little forearm push there. I think he pushed Powell in the back. Good no call.
About a 7-second difference between the shot clockers. Now Powell will try and answer back. He misses, and the shot clock off.
Yeah, you got to get it over. And they're going to take the last shot.
Hayes.
See if they run it all the way down and call a timeout. They play it out.
And Merrimack with perhaps a final possession.
And you see them switch to a 2-3 zone, not trying to let Hayes get into the paint. Got to expect coach to call a timeout here.
They're going with it. 3 seconds to go. Hayes over to Reed. Now quickly, but they never got the shot off. As Gallo. Again, 4 fouls on Bishop, Williams, and Powell. Merrimack has not been able to get that extra infraction on them to get any of those guys out of the game.
Yeah, at some point you gotta take advantage of that, realizing that their 3 best players have 4 fouls. And it gets to a point where you just gotta get one of them out of the game.
And so the opening tip for a 4th time here in this game, handled by Fairleigh Dickinson. Williams trying to back Joyner down low. Tough shot.
That's tremendous defense by Joyner. Not allowing Williams to use his strength there. Staying strong by Joyner. Staying straight up.
And Hayes. Patient. Pass over to Joyner. Didn't have the shot he wanted, so it's back outside here for Lord. Now Lord, long 3.
That ball was tipped.
And they say air ball, and that's going to be Fairleigh Dickinson ball.
This actually got lucky there. Powell would have got charged with a block, and no call there by the ref.
So back-to-back misses here to begin overtime. And Datica checks in for Williams. Datica 8 points, 3 fouls, 4 for 5 from the free throw line today. As Bishop, guarded by Joyner. Jumper from outside the low block, misses.
2 great possessions by Idris Joyner defensively.
Reed looking to drive by Datica, whack from behind. Datica will go to the free throw line here for 2.
How about Ziggy Reed, though, getting some clutch minutes tonight as you take a look at him going against Datica. Clearly a foul. Datica reaches right up and over. Miners had a terrific game. Jensen struggled tonight, but a leader on this team. But Coach Gallo sticking with Ziggy Reed, who's been impressive tonight, and using his big body, he's been effective.
First free throw puts Merrimack back in front for the first time in a long time. Reed just 1 for 8, but now 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And second one good for Reed as well. 67-65, 3:38 remaining in OT. Williams back in, picks up the dribble.
Got away with the travel there. Dragged his pivot foot a little bit.
Williams down deep here for Bishop. And outside now for Malone Key, 3-pointer. Clangs back over to possession here. Bishop now with the left hand. Bishop layup good. Offensive rebound.
Well, that's a tough offensive rebound there. Or is a long rebound. Really have no chance to get that unless someone's standing right there.
So we're even up once again. 67 all.
I mean, you got to go at Bishop or Williams here. Just try and get one of them out of the game because they're starting to take over offensively, keeping them in this game.
Watkins. Pass back outside for Lord. Lord to the baseline, lost control. Quickly for Joyner, 2 seconds, and the layup is good just before the shot clock expires. Joyner getting it done once again.
A great body control by Jaleel Lord. Lost the ball, able to tiptoe on the sideline, keep himself in bounds, find Joyner. And Joyner's done that all night. Little pump fake, go right back up.
And you can see Fairleigh Dickinson's unwillingness to foul there.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's going to be a charge, and that's going to be it for Powell.
And Powell saying that Joyner was in the semicircle, but the referee will hand Powell his 5th foul of the game.
We'll take a look at it.
And he was outside the circle for sure.
Great job by Joyner. That's the 3rd charge Joyner's take against Powell tonight. It's safe to say Joyner's been Powell's kryptonite tonight, forcing Powell to come out of this game. But, Mike, going back to what you said about them not wanting to block that shot. That comes down to, just the 4 fouls. Like you said, 4 fouls. That's it. Try and get the ball to Joyner because they're not going to want to foul and come out of this game. Now, especially with Powell out. Try and get the ball down to Joyner or Reed down low. Just a little pump fake's all you need.
Devin Dunn, the freshman, in here for Powell. As Hayes has been letting the shot clock wind down every possession here in second overtime. Now has 1:57 remaining. Chance to make it a 2-possession game here for the Warriors. Watkins spins towards the free throw line. And his little 8-foot shot just short.
That's a tremendous move by Watkins. Just a little short. It shows you his quickness. Only a sophomore. He's going to keep getting better and better.
So it's Jenkins. Trying to tie things back up here for Haley Dickinson. Bishop spins away from Joyner. Foul is called. And so Bishop will get to the free throw line here.
He's going to get Joyner. Joyner lost his footing. And Bishop just spun right around him. Got a forearm to the side. Force him off balance.
And that's 4 on Joyner now.
Well, now the conversation goes the other way. Now what do you do if you're Merrimack? Do you keep Joyner in there? I think going offensively, just let him stay. But if a timeout's called or something like that, I'd take him out for defensive purposes.
Bishop now 3 for 3 from the free throw line. As a lead down to 1 for the time being for Merrimack. And he sinks the second one as well. And we're level once again. Full court pressure here now as Watkins gets across the midcourt line. Watkins on the drive. Passes outside for Lord. Dribbles all the way across the half court. And timeout taken here by Merrimack.
Good decision by Lord not to force that up, bring it back out.
So Watkins.
Or a little bit wider, than Minor played him against Williams. There's so much that could go into that. But, I agree. Stat-wise, I'd have Minor in that game right now.
So we're tied up with almost a minute to go here in overtime. The second one at that. Watkins. Shimmy and shake here on Williams. Tries the scoop shot, and it's good. And so they'll adjust the clock accordingly. But Watkins with his best basket of the game.
And that's great defense there, too, by Williams. Watkins just able to float it right up and over.
Official timeout on the floor. I think they're going to check
the best shot available. And you want to use as much as a shot clock. But here, if you're Fairleigh Dickinson, you got open 3. You got to take it.
So they put a few seconds back on the shot clock, make that the game clock. 50 seconds now remaining. 71-69. Merrimack in front by 2. Malone Key thought about the three-pointer instead. We'll take the baseline into the paint for Bishop, and his layup is good.
Walker Merrimack, you bring this down probably to 7-8 seconds, and then go. Don't allow. Give yourself a chance for an offensive rebound, but don't allow Fairleigh Dickinson enough time to come back.
20 points for Bishop. 71 even now. And Merrimack will take the timeout. About a 5.6.
See if they try and get the ball probably into Hayes here, and then maybe get Lord on a back screen to get open 3.
Inbounds comes in with now 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Hayes with 4 seconds. Now for Joyner. Back outside for Lord. Three-pointer. Good! Puts Merrimack ahead by 3 with 5.2 seconds remaining. And it'll be 5.2. The clock is accurate. 5.2 seconds left here in the second overtime. Defensively, it'll be Reed, Lord, and Joyner. And, of course, up top, Hayes and Watkins.
Plenty of time to get the ball up the court. But, yeah, they're just going to put a little bit of pressure on, not allow them to almost a turnover.
As Bishop takes the course to the half-court line. Three-pointer tie, no good. And Merrimack takes it in double.